Here I have on Asus ROG Ally the latest game with TinTin, and let me show you what I consider to be the best settings if you want the best battery life for your device. So at this point I have the 10 watt hour profile active, the silent mode, 900p resolution as you see here, and related to settings, here I have the settings: resolution 1600 by 900, motion blur off, and as a profile for the quality of the graphics I have medium combined with some high quality graphics. In general you will get 30 frames with this kind of settings, but you will have the best graphics. If you want to increase the frame rate, well, set lower settings, go with low settings, but the game won't look so good. So in this video I'm trying to find a balance between the best battery life and the best graphics, and the compromise it's here with the frame rate. You will play the game with 30 frames 99% of the time, but you will have a very good graphic. I have anti-aliasing set to medium, texture quality to medium, shadow quality to low. You can increase this one to medium, but sometimes you will have the frame rate dropping below 30 frames, 25, 27 in some moments. Particle quality, you can set it to medium or low, it depends on you if you want to get a very stable frame rate. Anisotropic set to medium, ambient occlusion, this is very important if you want the game to look good. Set it to high quality instead of low. In rest here I have low settings, and basically this is what I'm using here. Let's apply the settings, and here it is. At this point the game has 30 frames, and as I said I have a 10 watt hour profile active. That means you will play this game around 2 hours, more than 2 hours basically. As you see, we have an extraction at this point of almost 19 watt hour from the battery. The battery has 40 watt hour capacity, as you know.
Thanks for taking good care of my dog.
You're welcome, but I don't know of any dog, young man.
Can you even tell a young man and a dog apart?
Of course I can, young man. Dogs are all bark and no bite, whereas young men are no bark and all bite.
What are you doing there?
Can't you see? I'm rowing.
Oh, but your boat isn't in the water.
That's right. You're very observant, young man.
I tried to retrieve your papyrus, but it blew overboard.
My papyrus in the sea? Impossible. I still have it with me. What you saw flying away was the prospectus of the travel agency.
Odd. I distinctly heard you yelling the word papyrus. Don't you think that maybe you're a little...
Oh, no. See what you have done?
Me?
You and your innumerable questions have made me forget why I was rowing.
Shame, indeed.
All the same, questions are signs of an adventurous spirit. So I'll tell you a secret. A secret about something extremely secretive, of the utmost secrecy.
So, this red mark on the map here is...
The exact location of the Tomb of Kiosk.
What do these hieroglyphs mean?
They speak of the curse of kiosk that afflicts anyone who tries to find his tomb. Actually, all the archaeologists who've endeavored to find it have disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Oh, what is that curious symbol?
I believe it must be the royal cipher of kiosk. And I, Sophocles Sarcophagus, will be the first Egyptologist to reveal his tomb to the world. If you're interested, why not join me in Port Said's old town tomorrow and we'll look for the tomb together?
Certainly. We would like that. Right, Snowy?
Until tomorrow then, dear friend. Goodbye, little man. Oh, I beg your pardon, Captain.
What an odd character.
Hey, clumsy oaf! Can't you look where you are going?
I'm terribly sorry. I mistook you for a ventilator.
Imbecile!
Please, sir, control yourself. The gentleman didn't bump into you deliberately.
You impudent little whippersnapper! How dare you meddle? Hey, you two! What do I pay you for?
I'm afraid you're gonna be really sorry.
Gentlemen, there's no need for this. Someone could get hurt.
My nose! Your nose!
Whose nose?
His nose!
Whose nose again?
Your nose!
Not my nose. Oh,
My hand! Shut up! On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
You bungling bunch of bunglers! You call yourself bodyguards? Let's go! And you don't know who you're dealing with. The day will come when you'll regret ever having crossed my path. Remember my name.
how funny. He didn't even say his name. His face rings a bell, though. The next day, after a delicious breakfast, courtesy of a grateful and helpful waiter. All right, Snowy. We'll be arriving in Port Said in just a few hours. How do you want to spend time till... What? What's that? Does it smell odd? Can you find where the smell is coming from, Snowy?
So again, I will say it, in my opinion, these are the best settings if you want the best battery life and if you want the best graphics. If you lower the graphics for the game, indeed you'll get a perfect stable 30 frame experience, or you can increase it with low settings for the graphics. You can play somewhere around 45-60 frames. But in the same time you won't get the this kind of graphic. You will have look here for a second. We have this movement for the edges. You'll have everywhere on the edges. You will have this kind of movement, this jittering, and it won't be a pleasant experience. So for me, these are the best settings. You will play more than 2 hours and the game will look fantastic. At this point, look, we have an extraction of almost 14 watt hour, 15 watt hour, and don't forget that the battery has 40 watt hour capacity. That means with this kind of settings, 2 hour and a half, something like that. Of course, you can increase here at 15 watt hour. You can choose performance mode, for example, with 15 watt hour, and indeed then you will be able to play with even higher quality graphics and better frame rate.
What did you find,
But
Snowy?
this is basically a mix between best battery life and best graphics, and for me this is the best profile for this kind of settings.
Someone who smokes was in our room. Nice work, Snowy. I'll take it from here. There's some water on the plate. Maybe they tipped the jar over, water spilled onto the carpet, and then they tread on it, which would explain the footprint. My reporter camera is the single most valuable item in this cabin, which means that they didn't want to steal Snowy. You're such a good detective, Snowy. I'm very proud of you. Tintin and Snowy save the day. They took that picture at the official banquet the city of Chicago held in our honor after we fought Al Capone. The blonde woman is Mary Pickford, the famous actress. And the man with the monocle... Wait, that's the bad-tempered man from yesterday. I knew I had met him before. Roberto Rastapopoulos, owner of Cosmos Pictures, the largest American cinema company. Mel G. Ford to direct Arabian Nights. Of course, that's the man I saw yesterday, sleeping on the top deck. You're such a good detective, Snowy. I'm very proud of you. The sign is on the outside of the door, so it wasn't the room service who came in and smoked here. The drawers. I'd be appalled if someone had stolen my clothes. Still, no harm in looking. All right, they didn't take my clothes, as anticipated. Oh, I don't remember seeing this box before. How did this get... Huh?
Is your name Tintin? And is your name Snowy?
Yes, that's us. What...
Well, well, well. The tip was true. That's opium, sure enough.
What? This must be some kind of joke.
I arrest you and your dog in the name of the law. To be precise, I name you to arrest your... Where's your dog? It escaped. We must tell the crew that a four-legged criminal is on the loose. Come with us, you two-legged felon.
But this makes no sense whatsoever.
Sense? Justice will put some... Who put that here? Surely the dog, to stop us. The cunning crook. Let's offer a reward.